Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's Mark with GeorgeToon.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Hang on, I got something that is familiar yet kind of new, kind of different. Hang on. That is pretty darn good. Now, when I say it's familiar and kind of new, well, it's not really new. It is different. I was getting low on bright lights. This is the Whole Foods brand of coffee, the 365 brand of coffee. So I had a little bit of bright lights. You can kind of hear that's empty now. So I had a little bit of bright lights. I also had an empty, a little bit. Now it's an empty bag. A little bit of 365 Pleasant Morning Buzz. Yeah, okay, you following me here? And I had a little bit of 365 Night Owl Spanish Roast. So what I did was I combined those three and I made kind of a Franken coffee, and it's not bad at all. So yeah, kind of familiar, kind of new and different. Because I was low on all three of them, I combined them all together, and I got probably maybe a quarter of coffee in the bottom of the Night Owl can now. So I got enough maybe for, I don't know, maybe another 4 or 5 cups, something like that. But it's pretty darn good. And I'm using my Ohio mug this morning. Thanks very much to viewer John Kaczynski for sending this along. Definite favorite. Of course, it features the state of Ohio and all 88 counties in the Ohio flag. And the reason why we're using it is because today is Memorial Day, and that is the unofficial start of summer here in the United States of America. And we talked about Ohio being just right. Summer is just right when it's in Ohio. We talked about that. So that's why we're using the Ohio mug this morning. And again, it is Memorial Day. And of course, if you don't know, Memorial Day was originally known as Decoration Day. It is a federal holiday in the United States, and it honors the United States military personnel who have died while serving in the United States Armed Forces. It is observed on the last Monday of May every single year. So it is Memorial Day, and we are honoring those in the United States Armed Forces. So I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. As we like to say on the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug, let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Hang on one more time. Really a nice cup of coffee. I can't get over how good that is. And I don't know what the ratios are. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Came out pretty darn good. And hey, if you're taking me on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate it. Of course, a lot of you have the day off here in the States. But whoever you are out there, if you are on your morning commute, thanks very, very much for taking me along for the ride. I really do appreciate it. Boy, we got a great show this morning. we got a really nice shaving tip. We got some great comments and refill. We have a couple of new items in the 10,000 subscriber giveaway, courtesy of viewer Bill Murphy. Thank you very, very much, Bill. Really do appreciate it. What else we have? Ooh, we got some new wet shaving gear. I'm telling you, we've got one item. Well, we got a lot of great items in wet shaving gear, but we got one really unique item in wet shaving gear. You're going to love this. I'll give you a sneak peek, okay? Just a real quick sneak peek. This item is really, really neat. Okay, here you go. Ready? There it is. Okay, that's all you get to see. Stay tuned for that. That'll be right at the top of new wet shave gear. I know a lot of you are going to the timestamps right now, going over there to check that out right now. It really is very, very neat. And of course, we have some really, really neat questions and comments. Wow, thanks so much for tuning in and joining me this morning. I really, really do appreciate it. Again, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. And if you got the day off, well, hey, you can stay around a little bit longer and just kind of laze around, enjoy that cup of coffee, and just take in the entire show. So thanks very, very much for tuning in. Well, let's get to it like we do every week. Let's start it off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Nathan Flowers. And Nathan writes, "Hi Mark, love the channel. I love to make a cup of nice pour-over coffee every Monday morning and enjoy your video. I have a shaving scuttle tip that might work for your Monday morning mailbag. I have a beautiful Georgetown pottery scuttle. Now, he provides the link to this scuttle, and I will have that link below, and we'll let you get a look at it here. And he continues, and I used it mostly when I have the time to really enjoy a nice long head shave. Like you, I would fill the reservoir with hot water before I take a shower, and then refill the reservoir afterwards for a luxurious hot lather shave. But on days when I don't have time for letting the scuttle warm up for the duration of a hot shower, I'll do this. I'll fill up the scuttle with hot water both inside the reservoir and in the bowl. I'll then soak my brush in the scuttle, and once it's soaked, I'll empty the bowl out while keeping the water on the inside reservoir of the scuttle with the plug. I then build my warm lather in the scuttle and get my shave done. Having hot water both inside the reservoir and inside the bowl seems to heat up the scuttle quicker and allows me to enjoy warmer lather on days when I need to shave quickly. Keep up the good work on the channel, Nathan. Hey, Nathan, thanks very, very much for a great tip. Yeah, I recall when I first got my scuttle, one of my first scuttles, that's what I was doing. I was filling up that internal reservoir with some hot water, taking a shower, coming back, dumping it out, and then refilling it with hot water, and then really getting a nice warm lather. Then I also learned the other method that you mentioned, and which is why we're including it as a shaving tip, because those of you who don't have a shaving scuttle and you're maybe considering one, both of these methods work very, very well. And thanks very much, Nathan, for passing this along and reminding everyone of this second method, and that is to fill the reservoir with hot water and also that inner bowl. That way you've got kind of a 1-2 punch of hot water to heat things up really very, very quickly, and you can make a really nice warm lather. You know, you could do your pre-shave, soak your brush, as he says, and then just dump the water out from the inner bowl and then go right to making your lather. Absolutely great tip. So if you're considering a shaving scuttle, maybe you're thinking, maybe you're questioning, asking yourself, how exactly do I use it properly? Well, these are two really nice methods right here. Kind of the longer method where you're just throw some hot water in that reservoir, take your shower, come out, dump it out, fill up some hot water again, and get right to making your lather, because you got a really nice warm scuttle then, nice warm lather. Or the other method that Nathan is suggesting here, in a reservoir and also the bowl, and soak your brush and then get right to making the lather. Just dump it out, make that lather right away. Now, before I forget, I also have the Phoenix Shaving Travel Scuttle here, and just know that this one also, you can do that method if you want to, hot tap water inside the reservoir and also inside the bowl, but this is also microwavable. So you can actually microwave the water inside that inner bowl, which also kind of speeds up the process. Great for travel, great for home. Just wanted to mention that again, and just to show you that that's kind of a third option as well. And Nathan's tip reminded me of the microwavability of the Phoenix Shaving Travel Scuttle as well. You don't want to microwave a ceramic scuttle, but this plastic travel scuttle from Phoenix Shaving, you can microwave it, and it's really another nice option. Thanks very much for the shaving tip, Nathan. Really do appreciate it. And to say thank you, for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and if I use it here on the morning shaving tip on the Monday morning mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So Nathan, thanks again very, very much for a really great shaving tip. Well, we have an extra shaving tip this morning, and it comes from viewer James Sefton. And James writes, "Hey Mark, just a quick tip. On all my zinc alloy razors, I always keep a little bit of fishing reel grease on the threads to increase the life of them. Have a great day and rest of the week. Hey, James, thanks very much for that tip and a little bit of maintenance and care tip regarding a zinc alloy razor. Yeah, that sounds like it would be very, very helpful, especially maybe if the handle is binding a little bit as you're attaching it to the base plate, the razor head, the base plate, and the cap, that sort of thing. Here is my Baxter of California razor right here. I haven't used this one in a long time, but everything on here is a zinc alloy. It's a plated zinc alloy. The handle, the base plate, the cap, the threaded stud. So yeah, I would think that a little bit of grease, a little bit of lubrication would definitely help extend the life of the razor and those threads, especially if it's getting a little sticky and binding up a little bit on you. Yeah, consider putting a little bit of, well, he's using fishing reel grease. I'm sure some other compounds can be used out there. What do you use out there to lubricate the threads on your zinc alloy plated razors? Really would be curious to know. And before we get out of here, I wanted to mention that, yeah, the Baxter of California razor is one I haven't used in quite some time. This is a Muhle R89 clone. I bought this before, well, I bought this because it was less expensive than a Muhle R89 at the time. I don't know if they sell these anymore. Baxter of California. And again, it's a Muhle R89 clone. It's made by Muhle for Baxter of California. And I also have another Muhle R89 razor that is rebranded, and this is the Q Brothers razor right there, the Q Brothers razor. This is also a Muhle R89. So I have a couple of Muhle R89 razors under different brand names that do not have the Muhle R89 brand names. One of these days I'll get a Muhle R89 so I can have an actual Muhle R89 brand razor. But both of these are terrific razors, and the Muhle R89 really delivers a really nice shape. And again, these are Muhle R89s. They're just rebranded. So if you're looking for a good razor, check out the Muhle R89. It delivers a really nice, mild shave. And James, your tip, encouraged me to get one of my razors to show on camera, and I happened to see my Baxter of California razor. I haven't used this in such a long time. I'm going to use it for an upcoming shave here. Yeah, it's a really terrific razor, and the Muhle R89, it just really gives a really nice shape. So James, thanks very much for a great tip. Folks, what are you using to lubricate the threads on your safety razors? Please comment below. Let us know. James, thanks very much for a great extra shaving tip this morning. Really do appreciate it. Well, we have some shave den visits this morning, and we'll kick things off with something from Jim from Northfield. And Jim wrote, "Hey, Mark, I just thought I would share photos of my latest additions to my shave den. The two vintage razors are on the rare side. The one on the left is a super speed, but it's one that was made in England. The other is the Gillette new and improved number 77 set. It's also made in England. Both are in fantastic shape and come in the original Bakelite cases with 2 blade holders each. I got terrific pricing on both. The other razor is a brand new above the tie black aluminum razor. I only paid $30 plus $5 shipping for it. As always, right place, right time. Have a wonderful week. Jim." Hey, Jim, those vintage razors look absolutely amazing. Congratulations on getting those. And the above the tie aluminum razor, that's the Windsor Pro with the SB90 plate. I know this because I happen to get the Windsor Pro with the SB90 base plate from their closeout sale. This one's in stainless steel. And we got the heads up on this going out of sale, clearance sale from viewer Stanley Piaskowski, and we announced it on Second Cup, and we were kind of keeping up with the news regarding that. And at one point, as I mentioned, the review of this razor ran last week. As I mentioned, we told people, once the items are gone, they're gone for good. And I went ahead and saw that this razor was on clearance price. I've never had an above the tie razor, so I went ahead and I ordered it. And then we received word that they paused the clearance sale and that they were going to go through their orders because they were overwhelmed and they may not have had enough items to meet demand. And some some customers were going to receive refunds rather than receive the actual item. And I thought, well, I tried. Well, lo and behold, I happened to get this one delivered. So I must have gotten just under the wire, or however they do it. I don't know how they do it, how they did it. So I received this one, and I thought, well, that great. I have an above the tie razor. I shave with it. It's a great razor. I was hoping to get another one in stainless steel. Well, Stanley Piaskowski, probably a week or so later, as we were talking about on Second Cup, gave us updates about the clearance sale. And he also said, hey, they have an aluminum Windsor Pro up there, as Jim pointed out, $30. And I thought, well, you know what? I'll try again. Maybe I'll get it. And sure enough, I did get it. So we'll be reviewing this one as well. And again, this promises to shave as well as the stainless steel version. So if you go up there and they still have any of these aluminum razors, snap them up, because the Windsor Pro in stainless steel really does deliver a wonderful, wonderful shave. And I'm assuming that the aluminum version will shave equally well. A little more lightweight, but I'm sure it's going to deliver a wonderful, wonderful shave. And lightweight, very maneuverable. It feels to be very maneuverable and something you can throw into your DOP kit and travel with it. So Jim, thanks very much for mentioning the aluminum above the tie Windsor Pro razor. Yeah, folks, I don't know what's going on with the sale. We'll have a link to it. We'll have a link to above the tie, and hopefully they still have some of these available where you can get one, because the stainless steel version really did deliver a great, great shave. Check out that review that ran, I think it was last week. So thanks very much for that, Jim. Really do appreciate it. Speaking of above the tie razors, we got this from viewer Alex Lopez, and he wrote, Mark, I literally just finished watching your shave video using the above the tie SB90. Great video and shave. I too was saddened to see this premium razor maker go out of business. I have 10 of their razors, from their original classic head design to the Windsor line, open and close comb, stainless steel and aluminum. Love them all. The SB90 is a very smooth but efficient razor. It has a 90 millimeter blade gap, but they reduced the blade exposure to 1 millimeter from the original classic H plate that had a 91 millimeter blade gap and 2 millimeter blade exposure. This info is from their website. Also of note, between the classic and Windsor razors is that the end tabs were covered in the Windsor line. Luckily, I printed out all the specs of their razors. Attached is a picture of my above the tie razors. Wow, those are absolutely gorgeous, Alex. Thanks very much for sharing those. Again, I was late to the party. I had always very often seen above the tie razors posted on what shaving forums, in shaving groups on Facebook, that sort of thing, and always thought they were stunningly good looking razors. And owners of above the tie razors just raved about their performance, their smoothness, their efficiency, that sort of thing. And in finally getting one, the Windsor Pro, I understand how great these razors are. So that's why I say, if you have a chance to get at least an aluminum version of the Windsor Pro, give it a shot, $30. Hopefully by the time this airs, they will still have some available. So thanks very much for confirming, Alex, how great these Windsor Pro razors from above the tie are. Really, I mean, I really enjoy this stainless steel Windsor Pro above the tie razor. Above the tie, Windsor Pro stainless steel razor. There, I got it backwards. There it is. Reworked it, switched it around. Yeah, absolutely wonderful, wonderful shave from this razor. And it's really a good looking razor too. Just absolutely great looking. So Alex, again, thanks very much for confirming how great the razors are. And thanks so much for sending along a picture of your above the tie razor collection. Wow, absolutely beautiful. Mark Bagwell wrote, a new brush in the shave den. This is one of my absolute favorites. It's a Simpson Polo 10 in St. Mary's color with a sovereign grade knot. They special ordered a rod large enough to make this brush for me. The people at Simpson Brushes are incredible. Here are the specs of a Polo 10. Overall brush height, 122 millimeters. Handle height, 68 millimeters. Knot loft, 54 millimeters. Knot diameter, 27 millimeters. Weight, 124 grams. That one photo shows the Polo 10 next to a Chubby 3. It gives you an idea of the size difference. As you can tell, the brush is a lathering monster. By the way, if you can't tell, I love the color green. Wow, absolutely stunningly beautiful brush. Mark, thanks for the video and the photos. Absolutely outstanding, outstanding brush. Yeah, Simpson makes some great brushes. Folks, if you don't have a Simpson shaving brush in your shave den, check them out. A good starting point is the Trafalgar T3 with the synthetic knot. That's an absolutely fantastic shaving brush. You can get it in an ivory handle or an ebony handle. Mark very generously sent along the T3 with the ebony handle to the channel, and we've used it in many reviews. It's fantastic. It's a wonderful shaving brush. But yeah, we'll have a link to Simpson brushes below so you can check out their entire line of shaving brushes. Really fantastic shaving brushes. And Mark, thanks very much for the video and the pictures of this new Polo 10 brush from Simpson. Absolutely wonderful. Thanks again, Mark. And thanks again, gentlemen, for the Shave Den visits this morning. Really do appreciate it. Thanks for the photos and the videos and the comments. Wonderful stuff. Folks, we'll do it again next week. Hey, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is available as a podcast. Get up to your favorite streaming service and simply search for Monday Morning Mailbag and More. Monday Morning Mailbag and More, and the podcast, along with our other podcast, Second Cup, should come right up. Again, both podcasts, Monday Morning Mailbag and Second Cup, are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. Just get up to your favorite streaming service, whether it be Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts. Search for Monday Morning Mailbag and More, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast will come right up, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup. So check it out. Get to your favorite streaming service. Search for Monday Morning Mailbag and More, and those podcasts will come right up. Well, it's T-minus 6 days until Maggard's Razor's 6th annual meetup this Saturday, June 3rd, 2023. That's right. Maggard Razors is hosting their 6th annual wet shaving meetup this Saturday, June 3rd, 2023, in 6 days. Now, if you haven't gotten a ticket, get up there and get a ticket. They're $34, and it looks like some of the last-minute sales are starting to pick up. So if you want to go, now's the time to get a ticket before they're all sold out. I'm hoping by the time this airs on Monday morning, here on the 29th of May, 2023, that there are still some tickets available, because it looks like ticket sales have been picking up from what I can see. And again, for $34, you get a really nice meetup event. You get a $12 meal voucher for a restaurant for a participating restaurant in Adrian, Michigan. Free soft drinks and water for the day. Entrance into all the drawings. 100+ winners. Big prize, big ticket items. Also guaranteed samples and freebies. Massive pay it forward table. Got some great vendors, among which are Ariana and Evans, Barrister and Mann, Captain's Choice, Katie's Bubbles, Carve Shaving Company, Noble Otter, Shannon Soap, Sterling Soap, Wolf Whiskers, Timeless Razor. Notable guests, Mantic 59 of the Sharpologist, Michael Friedberg, Jinx the Cat, HD Shaves. Looks like it's going to be an absolutely great event this Saturday, June 3rd, 2023. That's 6 days away. Tickets are still available at the time I'm making this video. Hopefully, there'll be some left when this airs. So Maggard Razors hosting their 6th annual wet shaving meetup this Saturday, June 3rd, 2023. I hope to see you there. Well, this morning we have an update to the 10,000 subscriber prize package giveaway. As many of you know, the channel is approaching 10,000 subscribers. When we reach 10,000 subscribers, we're doing a giveaway. And the giveaway is going to be awesome. It's going to absolutely be spectacular because of the generosity of many viewers out there. So thank you all very, very much. Each week, we're showcasing some of these prizes that come in from viewers to be included in this prize package pool. This week, we have something very generously contributed by viewer Bill Murphy. Bill, thank you very, very much. Really do appreciate it. First up, we have a Phoenix Shaving t-shirt. Here it is right here, Atomic Age Bay Rum t-shirt, extra large. Thank you very, very much, Bill. Check out that artwork. Isn't that great? That's absolutely awesome. Beautiful blue color t-shirt. Really, really terrific t-shirt. Thank you so much, Bill. And also, to go along with the t-shirt is what's in here, right here in this box. This is a protective box here, so we'll ship this item back in the original box here because it is designed to protect the item in there. Here it is right here. Yeah. Again, Phoenix Shaving, an Atomic Age Bay Rum coffee mug. How about that? Again, awesome, awesome art. Just absolutely love the science fiction theme of Atomic Age Bay Rum and that artwork. Just absolutely fantastic. So my sincere thanks to Bill Murphy for sending along 2 great items for the prize package pool for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. A really, really great Atomic Age Bay Rum coffee mug from Phoenix Shaving, and also this really, really wonderful Atomic Age Bay Rum t-shirt from Phoenix Shaving, extra large. Absolutely fantastic. These 2 items will be kept together in whatever prize package we put together because we have a lot of items because of the generosity of some really, really wonderful viewers out there. So my sincere thanks and heartfelt appreciation go out to Jimmy V Photography, Beth Jones, Tyler Fike, Charles Preiss, Alex Lopez, Scott Martin, James Sefton, George Haven, Jimmy Day, Bill Murphy, and all the folks at Pretech. Thank you all very, very much for your generous contribution, making the 10,000 subscriber prize package giveaway possible. Thank you very, very much. And again, my sincere thanks and gratitude go out to all the viewers out there who have made this channel and this show possible. Thank you for contributing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you all very, very much. I am very, very grateful. I am so grateful. I had no idea that this channel would ever reach 10,000 subscribers, and here we are. And it's all due to the very, very wonderful viewers out there in the wet shaving community. Thank you all very, very much. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low, that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, thanks so much for tuning in again this morning. I really do appreciate it. Great to see you again. Hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on. Yeah, my Franken coffee is great. And again, the Ohio mug from John Kaczynski. Thank you, John. Reminds me of how great summers are in Ohio. Of course, I'm biased. That's my humble opinion. I'm sure that summer is great wherever you live. So it's the unofficial start of summer, so happy summer, everyone. Hey, let's get to some of these refill comments. And speaking of summer, that means summer travel. And Jay Hipple wrote the following. Now, this is in regards to the bevel disposable razor that we mentioned last week in new shave gear. Jim from Northfield mentioned this item, and we were assuming that it's probably something you could put in your DOP kit and in your carry-on and fly away for the weekend with it because it resembles a cartridge razor. Well, Jay Hipple said this: TSA took my bevel disposable razor because when they did the x-ray, it has a standard DE blade. They say their policy is to take it and toss it. Apparently someone had a DE razor with a blade in it, and the TSA agent got cut trying to remove just the blade. Wicked Edge had a breakdown of the razor. Well, thanks very much for this, Jay Hipple. Really do appreciate it. Again, it was just a hunch on my part that the bevel disposable razor would be TSA compliant. I guess not. This goes back to the TSA agent. From what we've heard, the TSA agent has final discretion, final say as to whether or not a safety razor can go on that flight with you. And you know what? More times than not, from what I've been hearing, they're probably going to confiscate that safety razor for a variety of reasons. And of course, this one safety razor had a blade in it. You're not allowed to take the blades in your carry-on. General rule of thumb is, from what I understand, if you have a safety razor in your DOP kit, in your carry-on, it will be allowed, provided that you don't have the safety razor blades in that carry-on. If you have safety razor blades in your checked luggage or you buy them at your destination, you'll be okay, but you cannot carry the safety razor blades in your carry-on. However, even though you may not have the safety razor blades in that carry-on, you just have the safety razor, a TSA agent may make the decision to confiscate that razor. So my advice has always been, if you're flying away for the weekend and you're only taking a carry-on, do one of a couple of different options here, 2 or 3 different options here. Number one, take a cartridge razor. Take a like a 3-bladed or 2-bladed cartridge razor that is a cartridge razor that is TSA approved, and most of them are. Take that and they won't bother you. Number 2, take an electric razor. We've reviewed the Pre-Tech electric razors here. Those are no problem. You can have those on a carry-on, and the Pre-Tech razors come in at a really, really nice price point too. So that'll get you through a weekend getaway if you're flying away someplace. And the third option is, if you really, really want to take a safety razor, take a bargain safety razor. Take something like the Lord L6 that'll give you a really, really good shave that's only $7 or $8. And if they do confiscate it, no great loss. That's kind of the approach that that I would take. And there are some nice razors out there that we've talked about, say the Pearl Shaving L55 Antique Brass Razor. That's a real nice razor. That's like less than $20 or $20. Maybe it's $23, something like that. Yeah, $23, $23 is a little bit of money, but they're plentiful. You can always replace them if they get confiscated. Gives a really, really nice shave. So the point is, if you're going to take a safety razor, take one that you can afford to lose, that you won't miss. Don't take, an above the tie razor. Don't take your Progress, your Merkur Progress. Don't take your Pearl Flexi, something like that. Take something that you can afford to lose, and that you won't be heartbroken if they do confiscate it. So yeah, hey, Jay Hipple, thanks very much for that update on that. I'm glad you posted the comment, because I assumed that the bevel disposable razor would most likely be TSA compliant. It looks like it's not. But then again, it's that TSA agent at the gate has that final say. S. Martin wrote, another great show, Mark. I love that the viewer that sent in the Cold Spices soap also included the aftershave. One regret I have after over a decade of wet shaving is that if I had a time machine and could go back to the beginning, I would never buy a soap without buying the accompanying aftershave splash or balm. As it was, I bought so many pucks and tubs of soap, but rarely the companion aftershave. Now, as an experienced wet shaver, I really, really prefer to match my soap to my aftershave. Scott. Hey, Scott, yeah, that's a great, great point. That's what I've always tried to do. As soon as viewers enlighten me and inform me about artisan shave soaps, Yeah, I more than not, I pair the soap with the aftershave. It is a great way to go. My regret is that I always don't get the accompanying balm because, I got a bald head and I like to condition the skin up there and keep it in good shape. And some of these balms from the artisan shave soap makers are just absolutely wonderful. They got such great skin food ingredients in them. And I think my head, the skin on my head has really benefited greatly for putting a little bit of balm up there after every shave. So I like to have the same scent from beginning to end, from shave soap to aftershave to balm. And I not always, but I sometimes don't get the balm with my purchase. I forget about it. Doggone it, I forgot that balm. My regret is not getting the accompanying balm with the shave soap and the aftershave. So yeah, I understand that totally with your point here on this, Scott. Absolutely. However, there are some aftershaves out there that pair up with a lot of I guess you could say some nice barbershop quality shave soaps that are out there. The barbershop scented shave soaps, kind of in that ballpark. The Brute in the glass bottle, European Brute in the glass bottle that Mark Bagwell very, very kindly sent to the channel. That really pairs up with a wide variety of those kinds of shave soaps. The Cella aftershave that viewer Joseph Shamas, Joseph, I'm sorry if I got your name right. I'm sorry if I get your name incorrectly. The Cella aftershave that Joseph Shamas sent to the channel, that really pairs up with a lot of different scented, barbershop scented shave soaps, that sort of thing. So there are some aftershaves out there, like the Brutes and the Cellas. And what else would there be? I would think maybe an Aqua Velva, Avon Wild Country. That's a really, really good aftershave that pairs up with a lot of different scented shave soaps out there. So there are some out there that will pair up nicely with some of the other scented shave soaps out there. I would, again, barbershop scented shave soaps, that's kind of my guess right there. Something that's a little more, how shall we say, it's exotic, maybe not, but something that's kind of in that general barbershop kind of category. You got Brute, you got Cella, you got Avon Wild Country, you got Aqua Velva. You got some of those out there that pair up very, very nicely with that. But I'm with you. I like to have the same scent in my aftershave, in my shave soap, and in my aftershave balm. Absolutely. So thanks very much for sending that along, Scott. Really do appreciate it. Ray-Ban USA wrote, "Hi, Mark. Great episode on the Pearl Open Comb Adjustable Razor. A recent review points out some quality or design issues. Most notable is a rattle with a tambourine sound when it is tightened up. Also, the finish on the top cap was a bit wavy. If you could report your findings on your razor, there is so much great stuff coming out, but quality and bang for the buck value is considered for a lot of us when better alternatives may be out there. Thanks." Well, thanks very much for that, Ray-Ban USA. Really do appreciate it. As far as the finish on the Pearl Flexi Open Comb Adjustable Razor, the finish is absolutely beautiful. I don't see any flaws with the finish at all. It's absolutely wonderful. The same with the Pearl Flexi Straight Bar. The finish is absolutely beautiful. I don't see any problem with it at all. I mean, it absolutely looks absolutely terrific. Now, the rattle that you describe, here's the open comb right here. It's tightened up. Can you hear that? I'm not going to turn up the volume in my editing program. I'm just going to let you listen to it. A little bit of a rattle there, a little bit. Here is the Pearl Flexi Straight Bar right here. Same kind of rattle, but maybe a little fainter. Now, here's my guess what's going on. I don't think it's a design flaw or a mistake, anything like that, manufacturing defect. Here's what I think is going on. The Pearl Flexi Open Comb and the Pearl Flexi Straight Bar Adjustable Razors are two-piece razors. So when you loosen this bottom knob here, see how it drops down like that? Okay, and what's happening is, okay, there's an inner barrel in there that is helping, that is tightening up on this threaded stud right here. this long threaded stud on the cap. So when you drop that in, it's going into an inner barrel, all right? And then that is catching and tightening the cap down onto the base plate, all right? So when you open this up, again, when you loosen up that bottom knob and you take off that cap, that bottom knob stays in place there. It doesn't fall out of the bottom of the handle, all right? The reason for that is I believe it's the same kind of design or similar design to a Merkur Progress. And that is that the Merkur Progress, and I think the Pearl Flexi razors, have a spring clip that goes around the shaft of that inner barrel to hold that inner barrel, inside the handle. Let me show you with the Merkur Progress right here. Okay, this is just a guess on my part. Let me just tell you that. Here's the Merkur Progress 2-piece razor. I'm going to loosen it up. Okay, so now the cap is loose there, okay? I'm going to pull the cap off and see how that bottom knob doesn't fall out. Okay, let me show you. I'm going to pull it out. Okay, there it is. I just pulled it out. Here is the inner workings of that knob that goes into the handle here. And you can see right here, the spring clip right here. See that spring clip? Okay, when you compress that spring clip, you're able to put this knob and this inner shaft back into the handle. And you can see here that this is where that cap, the threaded stud of the cap, goes into right here to tighten it down. So when you squeeze this clip, all right, you can put that back in there. That clip then expands and it holds that knob in place. That's what's going on there. I think that's what's happening with the Pearl Flexi. I think there is a spring clip that holds this knob in place here. Now, I'm not going to pull this off because I don't know how it disassembles, but I think there is some kind of spring clip that keeps this bottom knob from falling. And when you put the cap back in there, okay, and it catches onto, wrong cap. Okay, here's the cap right here. When you put the cap back in, I had the cap switched from the Merkur Progress and the Pearl Flexi. When you put the cap back in, all right, and you tighten that down, all right, okay, so now that it's tight in there, okay, that clip isn't doing anything. It's just kind of floating around in there, and I think that's what's happening. That's why you hear a little bit of that rattle. That's what's going on. So when you loosen this up and you take the cap off, okay, now that clip is kind of holding it in place. So if I were to hold this knob in place like this and shake it, see that? Nothing. Because that clip is doing its job. Okay, it's kind of engaging, keeping that knob from falling off the bottom of the handle. That's just a guess on my part. So I don't think it's a defect. I think it's just the way the clip is manufactured to hold that inner shaft, that inner barrel inside the handle of the Pearl Flexi, both the open comb and the straight bar adjustable razors. And to be perfectly honest with you, until you mentioned it, I never noticed it. I do not notice this noise during my shave at all. And of course, the razor, when you do a with the grain or against the grain pass, the razor is going up and down, and I don't hear that rattle at all on either of these razors. It's only when I'm shaking it vigorously like this do I hear anything. So that's just a guess on my part. I don't think it's a manufacturer defect at all. That's kind of my explanation and how I kind of reason it out. I think that's what's going on. Now, I did not talk to the folks at Pearl Shaving, so hopefully they'll see this and can confirm it one way or another. And if you out there, any of the viewers out there, have their own thoughts on that, please let me know in the comments below. But that's kind of my guess, my best hunch as to what's going on. I don't think it's a defect at all. And again, the finish is very, very good on these razors. I don't see any problems with them. I like them both. They're both terrific. And of course, we did a review of the open comb this past Friday. And wow, really, really efficient razor. Really, really something. This is really a terrific razor. And for me as a daily driver, I'm probably going to be at maybe level 2 and lower. Because level 3 is getting kind of up there, but it's nice that I can turn it up if I have more than 1 day's worth of beard growth, say 2, 3, 4 days worth of beard growth, boy, this will get the call, absolutely. And it's great that it's adjustable and I can, turn it milder when I need to. Yeah, really enjoyed the shave with this razor. And again, let me just point out the knurling on this handle, the pattern knurling on this handle, absolutely fantastic. Very sticky, very, very tacky, very, very grippy. Absolutely wonderful. Love this razor a lot. It really is terrific. My thanks again to Wally Pankowski for sending it along to the channel. Thank you very, very much, Wally. Really do appreciate it. It's a terrific razor. We'll have a link below to it and also to the Pearl Flexi straight bar version. Both of these razors, terrific, terrific adjustable razors. So Ray-Ban, I hope that kind of answers your question there. And yeah, that's kind of the way I look at it. So just a hunch on my part. Viewer Jay wrote, fantastic episode as usual. Thank you, Mark. I work all over the country and sometimes I get called away while I'm already on a local job. I can be away up to a week at a time, so I don't have my shave gear with me. I normally only shave my head, but being a stubborn bugger, I will never go back to a cartridge razor ever again. So after a week of growth on my head, it can be difficult to mow down with the DE razor. That's when I break out my Georges Dovo Shevington straight razor just for the first pass with the grain, just to get rid of the length of hair. Wow. Then I do my second and third pass with my DE razor. Please give a straight razor another go, if only for the first pass. I promise you, Mark, nothing takes down long hair as fast as a cutthroat. Wow, Jay, that's absolutely amazing. I had to comment back to make sure I read that correctly, and that is amazing. Yeah, and he confirmed that, yeah, he's using a straight razor on the first pass when he does a head shave. My gosh, the control and the technique you must have must be absolutely awesome. Now, again, my thanks to Charles Preiss for kind of getting the straight razor discussion going. And I really do appreciate everything he's done for the channel regarding the straight razor. He sent along a great tutorial. We'll have a link below again to that tutorial series talking about straight razor shaving. I've just started it. First episode's absolutely fantastic. And as you know, Chuck also donated a wonderful, wonderful straight razor, a beautiful vintage straight razor to the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. So looking forward to awarding someone out there with that wonderful prize when we reach 10,000 subscribers. But yeah, I'm looking into it. It's going to take a little time, but yeah, I am very, very intrigued. So thanks very much for that comment, Jay. I really do appreciate it. And thanks for confirming how great the straight razor shave is. It's going to take me some time though. One step at a time. Viewer Wally Pankowski commented, the Goodfellas shave bowl looks exactly like the Pereira I have. It's certainly at a better price. My bowl works very well, so if you can get it at $17, you can't go wrong. Yeah, thanks again, Wally. Again, Wally very kindly and generously sent the Pearl Flexi open comb adjustable razor to the channel. Thanks again, Wally. And Wally also informed us on several episodes ago on the Pereira shave bowl that has made from high impact plastic, if I recall correctly, and has a brush rest built into the handle. And it's very, very similar to the Goodfellas. The Goodfellas is $17, and we talked about that last week. So either one of those shave bowls will be a very, very good choice, depending on your budget. So Wally, thanks very, very much for passing that along. Really do appreciate it. He says, James Sefton wrote this. Another great video as always about the straight razor. Amazon has butterfly first aid closures. You might want to stock up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be careful. Like I say, I'm going to take it a step at a time. I'm going to go through the entire tutorial series and, kind of take it in slowly and understand it. And, Chuck Preiss gave me a very, very interesting tip. He had, Chuck, correct me if I'm wrong, comment below, but I think I recall Chuck saying this to me in an email. He had a shavette, and he did not install a blade in the shavette. He just used the shavette to build his muscle memory for a straight razor shave, make sure that he was on angle, to understand how to hold it, and that sort of thing. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Just take a shavette, do not load a blade into it, and just pass it over the face as I would a straight razor, just to learn that muscle memory and become comfortable with it. So I think it's a really, very, very good approach, Chuck. Thanks very much. And James, thanks for the comment. Steve M. wrote, great show, Mark. As for open and closed comb aggressiveness, I would say they are identical for most razors if they offer both versions with the same fundamental geometry. The only real difference in those cases is how easy it is to cut longer hair and whiskers with the open comb channeling the hair between the teeth of the razor. Generally speaking, the blade exposure and gap are the same. There are some open combs that are more aggressive because they are specifically designed that way, but I would say the rule is that they are the same. Just open comb is better to cut more growth. Hey, Steve, thanks very, very much for clarifying this. We had a discussion about open comb razors, straight bar razors last week. I think it was last week. And my hunch was, generally speaking, an open comb razor was probably going to be a little more aggressive than a straight bar razor, provided the blade gaps are the same. I think that's what I said. But Steve is really clarifying this, that the open comb razor and the straight bar razor are going to be the same if the blade gaps are going to be the same. The only difference is the open comb razor is going to more efficiently shave away longer hair growth. If I understand that correctly, Steve, comment below and make sure I interpreted that correctly. I am finding that out to be true. Absolutely. You learn something new about wet shaving every single day, and I think you are correct. We have reviewed some open comb razors that have been too aggressive for some shavers out there. Bob Leroux sent us one from Pearl Shaving, and it was just a little too aggressive for him. And I think the reason why it was probably a little too aggressive is because the blade gap made it too aggressive, not the fact that it was the open comb. Steve, correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's what you're saying here. If all things being equal, blade gaps, the geometry of the razor heads are the same, their mild quality or their aggressive quality are going to be the same. It's just that the open comb is going to cut longer hair more effectively, more efficiently. I think that's what you're saying, Steve. So comment below, Steve. Let me know if I got it right or not. And if I didn't, I'll square it away next week. And that's it for this week's refill segment. Thanks to everyone who contributed. Really, really do appreciate it. Folks, we'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. All right, as promised, we have something really, really special in new wet shaving gear this morning, and it comes from a gentleman named Zach Norton. We gave you a sneak peek of it. Let me read to you what he wrote to me, so you'll get a proper introduction for a really, really neat product, and you can get one yourself. Now, if you own a Phoenix Shaving Ascension Select Twist Adjustable Razor, yeah, this is something you will want to get. And he writes, hi, Mark. My name is Zach, and I was curious if I could send you a 3D printed case I designed for the Phoenix Shaving Ascension Select Twist Adjustable Razor, and would love to get your thoughts and input on it. And I said, absolutely, I would love to see this. Now, he sent along some pictures, and he explained to me exactly what he put together here. It took a few months in between work to get a functional version with a lot of tweaks to get everything close to perfect. I took a super early version on the plane when visiting family, excluding the blades, of course. I shipped a pack to my family. Not a single problem bringing it through TSA, but I was prepared to show it off to them since every destination is different. I printed it in a material called PETG, which is more chemical, heat, and shock resistant, but less options on colors. Now, let me show it to you here, and we'll talk about the features. Here it is right here. Now, he very kindly put Monday Morning Mailbag on the lid for me. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blue color. Let me open it up for you here. And it opens up all the way like that. And inside, fitting perfectly in there, is my Phoenix Shaving Ascension Select razor. All three pieces. Here's the handle. Here's the cap right here. And here is the base plate plus a slot for blades. How about that? Okay, so let's pull this out here. Here's the handle right here. I'm going to take the handle out like that. All right. Okay, there's the handle. I'm going to set the handle down. Let's get the base plate out of this slot right here. Okay, there's the base plate right there. It fits in there like hand in glove. Here is the cap right here. Now, the post of the cap sits in this little hole right here. And you can, because it's deep enough, you can also put some extra O-rings down in that hole and just, turn the case over and just have them drop out in case you lose an O-ring in the sink, something like that on your travels. That's a really, really nice feature as well. So let me put the razor together here and show you another really, really neat feature. Okay, so here is, let me put that together like this. Oh, here it is. Got to get that buffer ring out of there like that and turn that around. Okay, there it is right there. Put the buffer ring underneath the base plate. There we go. Okay, because the buffer ring was on the post of the cap. Okay, so let's put that on there like that. Okay, tighten that up. There we go. Okay, so there's the razor. Now, before I show you this other really, really neat feature of the case, this slot here will house a tuck of blades, but it's also wide enough to where you can take along a plastic tuck of blades. Here's Parker right here, and that fits in there very, very nicely. So if you have concerns about taking razor blades and you want to make sure you dispose of them properly, in the back of one of these cases, you can dispose of them properly. Just know that that fits in there very, very nicely, like hand and glove. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so now that our razor is assembled, we've had our shave, and we want to just hang it up to dry. We don't want to set it on a counter like that. On the bottom of this case right here is a built-in stand that's attached by magnets. You pull that off like that. You open up your case. In the slot that housed the base plate, you insert this like that, and now you have a stand for your razor, just like that. How about that? That is really, really impressive. Absolutely awesome. So now you can set this on the counter. I got it on my counter right here. Now you got it on the counter, and you can let your razor dry out properly, that sort of thing, while you go about your business on your travels. Absolutely fantastic. And again, all you have to do is take that off. You can close the case, and then this will fit right on the back like that with magnets. So he has a couple of magnets here he's got 2 magnets on the stand, 2 magnets on the bottom of the case, and they just marry together and hold it together like that. And the lid also has 4 magnets, 2 on the lid, 2 on the case itself, that come together and keep that nice and securely closed when you're traveling, when it's in your DOP kit. Absolutely fantastic. And again, absolutely great. The lid opens up all the way, and all you have to do is take apart your razor. We're going to take it apart right here. Okay, we're going to put that O-ring on the post of the cap like that, and then we're going to just set the handle here like that. The handle goes there. Base plate goes right in there like that. We're going to take our platinum strangelet blades, put them in right there like that. We're going to take our cap with the O-ring right there in the post and set that right there like that. Okay, there it is. Closed up, ready to go. Absolutely fantastic. These are available on his Etsy store. Let me give you the address to it. It is www.etsy.com/shop/Norton Custom Design. Let me spell that out for you. NortonCustomDesign. www.etsy.com/shop/ Norton Custom Design. And these are up there, 3D printed, really, really terrific item. When I saw pictures of it, I said, absolutely, I would love to have one and talk about it on the Monday Morning Mailbag. And he very, very kindly and generously sent this along, and he put Monday Morning Mailbag right there on the lid. So he talks about some of the features here. I made an integrated stand that is magnetically attached to a pocket on the bottom. We showed that and how that pops off and that sort of thing. It started with a printed clasp that is to snap closed, but it wasn't reliable. So I believe that's how he integrated the magnets. I added a slot for holding blades, even the plastic case that some blades are packaged in. We already showed that already. So the top of his has the word shave in Japanese on it, on his photos. That was really kind of neat. So yeah, he's got some other future ideas about this case. He's thinking about maybe making one that will store a fully assembled razor, compatible with some other sizes, that sort of thing. He's also is looking at making a slim version without the stand, which is why the case is tall initially. Yes, we know that. But I do like that stand. That stand is just an absolutely awesome feature. Might be figuring out a fold-out design, that sort of thing. But maybe some new top designs and side designs to make it more pleasing to look at. That's all kind of come together. But check out his Etsy store where you can talk to him about getting one of these for your Phoenix Shaving Ascension Select Twist Adjustable razor. Absolutely is fantastic. This is great. This will go right into your DOP kit. So you got your razor, you got your blades, you got a razor stand. All you got to do is throw in your shave soap, a brush, a little bit of aftershave, and you're good to go. And your razor is well protected in a 3D printed case specifically made for Phoenix Shaving Ascension Select Twist Adjustable Razor. This thing is absolutely marvelous. It's wonderful. And I am so looking forward to traveling with it this summer on those weekend getaways. Absolutely fantastic. And thanks again, Zach, for putting Monday Morning Mailbag on the lid for me. I really do appreciate it. It's a very nice touch. So, folks, we will have the link to Zach's Etsy store below. If you have a Phoenix Shaving Ascension Select Twist Adjustable Razor, check this out. It's absolutely wonderful for storing that razor. Again, his Etsy store, is www.etsy.com/shop/Norton Custom Design. Zach, thank you very much. Well, last week in New Wet Shave Gear, viewer Bill Murphy introduced us to two Phoenix shaving soaps. The first was Miami Libre, and the second was Atmotic. And here's what Bill had to say about Atmotic. I would classify it as a barbershop scent. I can't get over how underrated it is. Hard to find reviews on this scent. Well, Bill very kindly sent the channel Atmotic shave soap. And we're going to do a review on this. Thank you very much, Bill. Not only did Bill send the shave soap, but he also sent the aftershave. And because we talked about it in refill, I sometimes forget to get the balm. He also sent along the Phoenix Shaving Star Jelly, their aftershave balm, in Atmotic scent. And this scent is wonderful. It is absolutely a top shelf, refined barbershop kind of scent. Absolutely fantastic. I love this scent. This is like my new favorite barbershop scent now. This is absolutely fantastic. And this has been on my wish list for a long time. And one of the reasons is because of that artwork of that airship there. That's absolutely fantastic. I love that. And just as an aside, it reminds me of a movie I saw many years ago when I was a kid. It starred Oliver Reed and Diana Rigg. It was called The Assassination Bureau. Telly Savalas was also in that too. I think he was the bad guy. I haven't seen it in a long time. Every once in a while I'm on the internet, I'll see clips of it. And it was a really fantastic movie. And there is a giant dirigible airship in the climax at the end of this movie, which is why this caught my attention. It reminded me of the movie, but I've always kind of been in love with airships and airplanes and biplanes and jets and that sort of thing. So this kind of resonates with me. That artwork resonates with me, and the scent is absolutely glorious. Really, really a terrific barbershop-like scent. It is absolutely, again, it's refined, it's gentlemanly, it's barbershop, it's top shelf barbershop. That's the way I would describe it. So I'm really looking forward to using Atmotic. We'll have a link below to this shave soap, folks, and the aftershave, and also the Star Jelly. My thanks to Bill Murphy for very, very kindly sending this along to the channel. I'm going to review this, and really looking forward to it, because the scent really is wonderful. I want to say it's perfect. It's wonderful. It's perfectly wonderful. Bill, you're absolutely correct. This is fantastic scent. And yeah, probably underrated. So from Phoenix Shaving, Atmotic Shave Soap, Aftershave, and Star Jelly. We'll have links to it below. My thanks to Bill Murphy for very generously sending this along. We're going to get a review done on this as soon as possible. I am really looking forward to shaving with Atmotic from Phoenix Shaving. Thanks again to Bill Murphy. Well, the folks at Pre-Tech very, very generously sent along this item for review. And I think this is going to serve as a review. We might do another review down the road here. They sent this along. It's something I think would be of interest to many, many viewers out there. This is the Pre-Tech Body Hair Trimmer. Yeah, this has a rechargeable battery. It's a shaver of sort to shave your entire body. Here it is right here. All right, that's it right there. And it has a comb guard that goes over this blade like that. All right, and all you have to do, it's USB rechargeable. So they have a USB cord that comes with it right here. Okay, so they got a USB cord that comes with it, and it charges in about 2 hours. You get 90 minutes of runtime. You get directions with it, very, very good directions with it. And you also get a little brush to clean it out. And again, you get the comb guard right here that snaps down like this. And just hitting this button starts it up. There it is right there, 6,800 RPM. All right, a really nice price point too. You know what? Let's go ahead and let's see if we can't take care of some of this hair. Let me shave it back here so it doesn't get all over. Can you see that hair right there? Let me see if I can do it this way. There's the hair right there. Okay, let's shave right here, okay? Let's shave right there. Let me see if I can just shave right there like that, okay? Just, oh my gosh, look at that. That's coming right off. My gosh, check that out. Here's the, okay, here's the, I don't want to get it on my keyboard, but you can see that hair right there. Okay, took it right off. My gosh, that's great. Talk about an open comb getting long hair. And maybe you can see right here is a bare patch of skin right there. My gosh, I can see it here because as I'm looking down, I can see the hair is gone. Because I don't see any hair sticking up from that area. But that is really nice, so you can shave your entire body with this. They also included a spare cutting head. Let me show you that. Here it is right here. Okay, there it is right there. Okay, so it just snaps in there. And check this out. All you do is just get your thumb underneath the head like that. Just give it a little push, and look at that. There it is. It extends. So you can reach behind and get some those extraneous hairs on your back and some of the other hard to reach areas. How about that? Again, just push it in. It clips back in place, goes back to its original length. Absolutely fantastic. As the package says here, multi-directional shaving with a retractable arm, showed that to you, and a spare cutter head. It's a body hair trimmer, and it's absolutely fantastic. This is really, really nice. And again, I don't know if the lighting was able to show it to you, but boy, I got this. Look at that. I got the hair again. The hair. Let me show you the hair that just came off of my arm. Can you see that right there? That little bit of hair there. It just really took it off. in a snap. I don't want to get it on my keyboard here. I'm going to do another review of this where the lighting is probably a little more conducive to it. But absolutely fantastic. Again, 6,800 RPM, and it does a great job of trimming, of taking off that excess body hair. Now, I know when I was in high school, I had a lot of friends on the swim team, and they would shave their bodies in order to increase the speed that they swam in the water. That was the thinking. They probably would have welcomed something like this because, zip, 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 and you're done. You get rid of all that excess hair. So, yeah, this looks like a really, really neat item to have in your grooming toolkit right here. Again, this is the Preiss Body Hair Trimmer, and it's a whole body hair trimmer. You can use it all over your body. It has a very, very safe cutting blade there, and from what I can see, it looks to be a very, very safe cutting blade. It did not feel harsh at all. Felt very, very nice and smooth when I took off some of the hair on my arm. So really, really neat product from the folks at Preiss. Going to do a review of this again, or talk about it again on Monday Morning Mailbag down the road. This is really, really a neat item. Again, charges up in about 2 hours. You get 90 minutes of runtime. So if you're looking for a solution to trimming body hair all over your body, check out the Preiss Body Hair Trimmer. My thanks to the folks at Preiss for sending this along for review. Really do appreciate it. We'll talk about this again, either in a review on the Monday Morning Mailbag. I'm going to try it out and let you know how it performs. So far, so good. Felt really, really smooth on the arm. Thanks again to the folks at Preiss for the Body Hair Trimmer. Well, this past Saturday, we had a review of a couple items from the wet shaving store that Andy and Maya of the wet shaving store very kindly sent to the channel. Wanted to show them to you again one more time if you happen to miss the review. But it ran this past Saturday, so you might want to check it out again. First up is the Rolason 21C Double Edge Safety Razor. This has a dual plate. One side is an open comb, and the other side is straight bar. Boy, did this give a really, really wonderful shave. Beautifully mild, yet efficient. I found that the straight bar had a little more blade feel than the open comb. I guess that would be expected based on the discussion we've had today. But it really is a terrific razor and really delivered a very, very nice shave. This is chocolate chrome, absolutely beautiful. They use a PVD plating process, which really gives a very, very nice look to it, and is also very, very durable from what I understand. So you might want to check this out up on the wet shaving store. Nice price point, great looking razor for dads and grads. Presentation, the packaging and the presentation, really very, very good. Again, check out that review that ran this past Saturday. The Rolason 21C Double Edge Razor with dual plate, open comb, and straight bar. Absolutely beautiful. I love the teardropped handle here. This is just terrific. That's just a nice touch. Really, really like it. Felt great in the hand. Nice classic knurling on the handle. All around, just a really, really beautiful razor. Really, really performed very, very well. I liked it a lot. I'll be using it again, no doubt about it. My thanks to Andy and Maya for sending this along. Also, we have Terry Soap, a blooming season. This is absolutely wonderful. This came all the way from South Korea. And as they write here, the founder of Hawaii, I'm going to try to pronounce this, Hwayeon. I want to say Hawaiian, but I don't think it's Hawaiian. I think it's Hawaiian Soap Company has studied basic chemistry. Well, let me start over. The founder of Hawaiian Soap Company has studied basic chemistry and new drug development for more than 30 years at the Korea Research Institute of Chemical Technology, a national research institute in Korea. Currently, they are working hard to make premium soap that is beneficial to health and is eco-friendly. Based on their pride as scientists, their products do not use toxic substances or problematic raw materials, and we do our best to ensure that consumers feel premium quality. Yeah, so this is Terry Soap, blooming season. This is an absolutely wonderful, beautiful summer scent. Great for spring and summer. I absolutely love this scent. We used this for a shave before cameras rolled. It made heaps and heaps of lather. So much lather, I was able to do a face shave and a head shave. I had more than enough lather for 6 passes. It was absolutely wonderful. Love, love, love this shave soap. Felt great on the face during the shave, and also a really, really wonderful post-shave feel. So you might want to check this out because it is very good. Also contains horse tallow. Probably the first soap I've ever used that contains that ingredient. So yeah, really, really terrific. They say it's reminiscent of the island Jeju, Jeju Island, which has a lot of canola flowers. I guess that's what this scent recreates. And it is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful scent. So check it out all the way from South Korea, courtesy of Andy and Maya and the Shaving Store. Terry Soap, Blooming Season. Absolutely wonderful from South Korea. Really, really terrific. And Andy also sent along the Aftershave Splash, which to my feel had a lot of nice moisturizing qualities. Absolutely wonderful. So I enjoyed both of these. So check it out. Terry Soap, Blooming Season from the Wet Shaving Store, and also the Rolason 21C double-edged safety razor with dual plate, open comb, and straight bar. My thanks again to Andy, Amaya, and everyone at the Wet Shaving Store for sending this along, allowing me to share it with the viewers. Folks, we'll have links to these below. Viewer Mark Bagwell checked in with a product review, and he wrote, "Order Hoshitsu Elixir from A&E, Ariana and Evans. Best moisturizer I've ever used, and it won't clog pores. First I use Thayer, then an aftershave, and once it dries, I moisturize with Hoshitsu Elixir. My hands have softened just from applying it." Now here's his review. Hoshitsu, which means moisturizing in Japanese, was designed to be incredibly moisturizing without clogging pores or feeling greasy. Now, most men never think of using a moisturizer, and many of you probably don't understand why we're talking about it on a shaving channel. In truth, your aftershave balm only works as a moisturizer, but it's not as good. Hoshitsu Elixir is the most incredible moisturizer I've ever used. My skin has never felt so soft. So this is how I incorporate it into my shaving routine. After my shave, I rinse, use Thayer witch hazel, followed by a good aftershave. Once that's dried down, it's time to add the elixir. It only takes a very small amount, but that's not a problem because it comes in a glass bottle with a pump. In truth, there is one drawback to using this wonderful elixir. You will need a hiding spot because if you ever let your spouse use this elixir, you will never see it again. She will take it from you and beat you if you ever reach for it. So either find a great hiding spot or purchase 2 bottles. And yes, it's really this good. Try Hoshitsu Elixir and see for yourself. You'll thank me. Hey, Mark, thanks very, very much for the review. Really do appreciate it. Hope I pronounced it correctly. I think I did. Hoshitsu Elixir. Folks, we'll have a link below to Ariana and Evans' Hoshitsu Elixir Moisturizer. Mark, thanks very, very much for the review. Hey, we've got another review from Mark Bagwell. Back-to-back Ariana and Evans reviews from Mark Bagwell. Here's what he has to say about Lavender Noir shaving soap in the ultimate base from Ariana and Evans. Let's start by talking about the new Ultima base. This soap is thirsty, so don't be afraid to give it a drink. If you do, then you will be rewarded with a lather that is both slick and cushiony. The slickness is every bit as good as the K2E base, but the Ultima provides even more cushion. I don't know how it can provide more cushion over a soap I was already praising for its thick cushion, but the Ultima base delivers. So let's talk about the scent. Oh my gosh. If the Greeks had a god in charge of lavender, then he is sitting in Mount Olympus with a jar of this soap. I believe Peter used a couple of different lavenders to create this unique lavender. Though I must admit, I thought this scent too mild at first. I base this on the fact once you lather a soap, it loses much of its scent. so a mild scent becomes non-existent. But I'm happy to say that's not the case with Lavender Noir. I was able to smell that soothing lavender throughout my shave. So in my opinion, Peter Charkalis created magic once again. I'm beginning to think Peter is actually a wizard from Hogwarts. I can't say he's definitely a wizard, but then I can't say he's definitely not. Pick up a jar of Lavender Noir and judge for yourself. Hey Mark, thanks for a wonderful review of Ariana and Evan's Lavender Noir in their Ultima base. Folks, we'll have a link below. Again, Mark, thanks very much. Viewer Charles Preiss gave us an update and he wrote, Mark, good morning. I've finally gotten a few of the vintage razors listed on eBay. You can find them searching the user Breezy Shaving. So there you go, folks. If you want to check out what Charles Preiss has available up on eBay, just search for the user Breezy Shaving right up on eBay. Again, up on eBay, search for Breezy Shaving, and that should give you the listings for some of the things that Charles has up there available on eBay. Also know that you can contact Charles via the email breezyshaving@gmail.com. breezyshaving@gmail.com. Hey, Charles, thanks very much for checking in with that update on your eBay offerings. Really do appreciate it. And that wraps up new wet shaving gear for this week. Thanks very much to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's get to some of these questions and comments. This question and comment comes from viewer Klaus Adrift. And he writes, I noticed in many of your videos that you are applying aftershave directly after lathering your face with the alum block. Well, I think what he means is applying aftershave directly after I've applied the alum block to my face. I always thought that after leaving it on the face for about a half a minute, you're supposed to wash it off. But applying aftershave directly on the residue of the alum, how does this work? I'm quite puzzled, I have to admit. Well, Klaus Adrift, as we say on the channel, as one of the viewers coined, your face, your rules, whatever works for you. My understanding is that alum can perhaps, for some wet shavers, dry out the skin a little more easily than others. For those folks who find themselves in that situation, apply the alum, wait 30 seconds, and then rinse it off, then apply your aftershave. And that way you may not have the drying effect that the alum could bring about. I've done it both ways. I've applied the alum, I've waited 30 seconds, 45 seconds, rinsed it off, and then applied my aftershave. Now anymore, you're right. I apply the alum, I just wait, I let it do its thing, and then I throw the aftershave on afterwards, and I'm none worse for the wear. And I'll also wait a little bit for the aftershave to kind of dry a little bit, and then I'll sometimes place a balm over that on my face as well. And now that Mark Bagwell has mentioned Ariana and Evan's Hoshitsu Elixir, I might use some of that as well on top of the aftershave. So it's your face, your rules, however your skin reacts to alum. And I have heard that it could be drying for some wet shavers out there. The alum could have a drying effect to some wet shavers. That's why I always say, if you're using an alum block, you might want to use it, wait the 30 to 45 seconds, rinse it off, and then use your aftershave. But for me, I think my skin's become attuned to it, and I don't think it reacts or detracts or interferes in any way with the aftershave. At least that's my feeling. Now, I'll put it to the viewers. What do? Do you rinse the alum block? Do you leave it on and then apply your aftershave? Let us know in the comments below. That's the way I do it. Again, Klaus Adrift, your face, your rules. Try it both ways. See which way works best for you. Thanks again for the question. Really do appreciate it. This comment in question came from viewer My Life. And My Life wrote, "Hello, do you use this razor now? What do you think about the 6S after time?" The Rockwell 6S is what he's referring to. He posted this on a previous review I did a number of years ago of the Rockwell 6S. This came courtesy of viewer Jim from Northfield. Thank you again very much, Jim. Really do appreciate it. I like the Rockwell 6S. As a matter of fact, you reminded me that I should use it again, and I used this razor before cameras rolled. I use it for both a head shave and a face shave, again, before cameras rolled. And I used the number 3 plate. Let me show you. I had it set up here for the number 3 plate. The number 3 plate right there, like that. And I got an absolutely spectacular face shave and a wonderful, wonderful head shave. As a matter of fact, Rockwell recommends the number 3 plate for a head shave, and it worked very, very well for me. I really, really enjoyed using it. Nice and mild and efficient. This is another razor that does a really, really great job for doing a head shave, and it also is very, very good for a face shave. Now, I think the number 4 plate was probably a little bit better for me for the face shave. If I do, say, 3 passes, it'll be 2 passes with the number 4 plate, then I'll flip it over to the number 2 side and use that for a third pass cleanup. But I really do enjoy this razor a great deal. I think I used it a couple of weeks ago, but I thought, you know what, you reminded me that I have this in my toolbox, and let's use it again, and it really delivered a nice shave. Now, the only thing about this razor is that even though it's kind of labeled as an adjustable razor, the adjustment comes from switching out the plates. So if you're using the number 3 plate and you want to get a milder shave, then you would flip it to the number 1 plate and then finish up your shave like that. That's really the adjustability. Whereas the T2 is an actual the Rockwell T2 is an actual twist to open adjustable razor where you can adjust everything on the fly on the collar. And that's a terrific razor as well. But the Rockwell 6S is really, really terrific. It's stainless steel, and it's a lifetime razor. It really is. And the nice thing about this razor is because you have 6 different plates to choose from, you can find the perfect shaving level for your skin type and your beard type. You won't make a mistake in giving this razor as a gift to yourself or as a gift on Father's Day or for a graduate, because you got 6 choices there to find the plate that shaves best for you. And that's usually how I use this razor. I find a plate or 2, and that's where I lock in on my shave. Before cameras rolled, it was the number 3 plate for both face and head, and it worked great. Really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm still using it. I'm glad you reminded me to use it again, and it's terrific. And over time, it's become a great, great friend. It's like a great pair of faded jeans. It just feels right. That's how I describe this razor. So absolutely fantastic razor. Again, a great razor for dads and grads. And, it comes in a great case like this. Presentation is really, really nice. And you get a nice instruction card. And you get the extra plates and some Rockwell blades. And really, it allows the wet shaver, whoever gets this razor, to find the perfect level of efficiency and aggression for their skin type and their beard type. And that really is terrific. And then, down the road, let's say they start with the number 3 plate and they like that, maybe down the road on their wet shaving journey, they'll try the number 4 plate or the number 5 plate and see how that suits them. So it really is a terrific razor because you have all those different choices there. Not really truly adjustable on the fly, but adjustable in the sense that you can find the perfect level of efficiency and aggression for your face type, and your beard type. Absolutely fantastic. So thanks for the question, My Life. I really do appreciate it. And thanks for reminding me to use it again. I had a great shave before cameras rolled. Thanks again. Viewer Bart Bartlett checked in, and he wrote, "Hi, Mark. I thought I would pass this along. I told you that I bought a Muhle R41 replacement head when I discovered it could be paired with the Rockwell 6S handle. It was only $25 at Amazon. About a month ago, I saw this stainless steel handle at AliExpress for only $4.79. With shipping, the cost was $8.26. It finally arrived last week, and the handle is a perfect fit. I have to say that the black is a great contrast to the R41 head. While I know I won't shave with it very often, I wanted to find out if it's really the beast that many have claimed. It is definitely an aggressive safety razor. But I can now say that I have used the beast with no nicks and no irritation. Only 2 passes, of course. I can also say that, for me, the R41 is certainly not as smooth and comfortable as my Rockwell 6S. Another case of your mileage may vary, I guess. Regards, Bart. Hey, Bart, thanks for that update. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, I do recall you saying that you got the R41 razor head and you were going to pair it with the 6S handle. Glad you got another handle for it. My gosh, less than $10, less than $9 is a fantastic price for a stainless steel handle. Did I read that right? A stainless steel handle at AliExpress for only $4.79. With shipping, the cost was $8.26. Yeah, I did read that right. Wow, that's really something. And it looks great. Yeah, the R41 is an open comb razor, and I guess this goes back to our discussion of open comb versus straight bar, blade gap. Yeah, this is definitely an open comb razor with a very aggressive blade gap. Let's put it to you that way. It is a very aggressive razor, and it's not a daily driver for me at all. Bart, it doesn't sound like it's a daily driver for you. However, with that new handle, it sounds like it's giving you a really nice shave, and maybe the weight of that stainless steel handle also helps in the performance of the R41 razor head. Just a guess on my part. But yeah, folks, if you're looking for a razor that has a lot of ground, a lot of aggression, check out the R41, and it's nice to know that you can pair it up with a different handle. Now, Bart, I forgot to ask you where for a link for that stainless steel handle. If you could provide me one, I will link it below so that others who are interested can get one for their R41 razor head. So I know a lot of wet shavers like to swap razor heads and swap handles and that sort of thing. I'm not really a big fan of that. But the R41 razor head is so distinctive, it's kind of hard to miss. So I wouldn't mind swapping it out onto a different stainless steel handle just to try it out myself, because I know what the handle and the razor head look like, and I know that they kind of pair together. So I could probably get them back together without too much confusion. But hey, Bart, thanks very much for that update. Again, if you can get me the link to that stainless steel handle, sure would appreciate it. We can pass it on to other viewers if they're interested in upgrading, so to speak, their Muhle R41 razor head with a different kind of handle. Hey, Bart, thanks again. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Aaron Haynes wrote the following. I just wanted to say thank you for your genuine reviews and opinions. Many of your comments about the Supply SE were very influential in helping me make a decision. Now learning about all these other products. Wow, talk about a rabbit hole I found my bald head in. Great content and fun reviews. Aaron, thank you very, very much for the kind words, and I'm so glad that you discovered the Supply SE. This is absolutely a fantastic razor, and as I've mentioned many, many times on the channel, this is my go-to for a head shave. I absolutely love this razor for doing a head shave. It's great for a face shave. I use it for face shaves as well, but yeah, more often than not, when I'm doing a head shave, the Supply SE gets the call. Now, today was an exception because I had not used the Rockwell 6S in quite some time, and I used the number 3 plate, which is what the folks at Rockwell recommend for doing a head shave, and it did a nice job. But I must admit that I think the Supply SE does a better job. I really do. And the reason why I think it does a better job is because I don't have to do as much touch-up after 2 passes. With something like the Rockwell 6S or some other milder DE razors out there, I do a little more touch-up after 2 passes. Now, that's not a bad thing. I mean, both razors, both the Supply SE and some of the DE razors, milder DE razors I use, work very, very well in their own way. It's just that I think the Supply just does a better job in giving a head shave to me with fewer passes. Let me put it to you that way. Just 2 passes, it's done. This nick stop technology, that fin guard there, really does work. It does really cut down on nicks and cuts and that sort of thing. It really is terrific, and I just like the feel of it. I like the shape of it. It's a great razor. It really, really is, and I'm so glad that you're kind of exploring all the products up there at Supply. And as long as we're talking about dads and grads, the Supply SE or the Supply Pro adjustable razor that they have up there, either one of those, great, great gift for the wet shaver in your life. It really is terrific. And I've enjoyed using the Supply SE a great deal. And I think it was Greg from Virginia who sent this along to me and said, you know what, I'm sending it along to you, give it a review, see what you think. And wow, I was just wowed from it. The Supply SE changed my whole attitude about injector razors. Now, I use some vintage Schick injector razors, and they were good, but the Supply, my gosh, it was like being on autopilot. And I think also the Supply injector razor really, really helped improve my technique so that when I went back to a vintage Schick injector razor, the shaves were better and more enjoyable because I think this Supply SE really helped me refine the technique. And I think that nick stop technology really, really cut down on nicks and cuts. And it just allowed me to find the perfect shave angle, to build that muscle memory so that when I went back to a vintage Schick injector razor, that muscle memory was there. And I really, really had an improvement in using that vintage Schick razor. So yeah, this Supply SE is an absolutely fantastic razor. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. And yeah, it's it's quite a rabbit hole, not only for the Supply SE injector razor, but also other DE razors out there like the Rockwell 6S and the Flexi and the Merkur Progress and the Above the Tie and all the other razors we've talked about on today's show. So Aaron, enjoy the Supply SE, enjoy that wet shaving journey, and watch out for that rabbit hole. And that wraps up another Monday morning mailbag for this week. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below, let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shave soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark080, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the 2 cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video. Or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.